Here's the most comprehensive guide to building out your brand new skill tree in Arc Raiders that you'll find on YouTube. I'm going to cover 3 of the most important things to know about resetting your skill tree first, for those who just want some quick tips. And then after, I'll go into much more detail about what decisions I made on my exact skill tree and why, so you can understand my thought process. Now, why do I think it's a great idea and why did I do it? Because 1, it's incredibly cheap. It's only 152,000 coins to reset your skill tree now versus doing the expedition for 5 million. 2, resetting your skill tree will actually give you all of your points back immediately, all 76 of them. So the moment you reset your skill tree, you'll get all 76 points back and you'll be able to respec in that moment. And you can just build a completely new skill tree within 5 minutes, and you can just have a completely new skill tree before you even go into your next game. No grind required. And number 3, now that you have a little bit of experience with the game, I'm sure you understand a bit better what skills on the skill tree are going to be more tailored to your specific playstyle, especially versus when you were first starting out playing the game and you kind of had no idea what was going on that skill tree at all. Now here's my old build versus my new build for those who just want to copy what I have, and here are 3 of the most important tips I have to offer. Number 1, and probably the most important tip, is security breach has been nerfed twice. Yes, I know this, but it's still very much worth it. Why? Because one single security breach can contain up to 15 different item spawns. They still spawn purple weapons as well, and the security breach top node is just much more valuable than any of the other top nodes in the skill tree. Plus, you just get the most value from building 36 points into survival than you would versus building 36 points into conditioning or mobility. So there's just still no question about it. It's the most worthy top node skill point in the game currently standing. Number 2, the right side of the mobility skill tree is essentially completely useless to build into. Even points down the middle past the second part are useless as well. The only ability worth getting on the right side of the mobility skill tree is sliding further and faster, which helps a bit when you're just going for a slide peek when PvPing. Other than that, completely not worth a single additional skill point on the right side of your mobility tree. Now the left side, I'd argue, is incredibly valuable, and I maxed this one out, and I will go into more detail in this later in the video. Now, important tip number 3, the genuine only arguable skill points worth building into on the conditioning tree are proficient prior and fight or flight. Everything else in this skill tree is completely useless. Not to be disregarding, but you have to blow through too many skill points in random crappy abilities to get anything that might even be valuable, like the turtle crawl. So going past the first nodes on this is completely useless. Now, obviously on my old build, I chose proficient prior, and on my new build, I chose fight or flight, and I'll explain that later in more detail. Now, let me walk you guys through my building and thought process to help you guys understand what you might want to build for as well. Okay, so I just have to min-max this. So I'm going to pull up a picture that I just took. All right, so boom, this was my old skill tree. I want to max out the shield here. It made this so easy, resetting your skill tree. Wearing a shield doesn't slow you down as much. Oh, we're maxing this one out. Now, I don't want to touch anything else here for a little bit, and we're going to max out the left side. We're going to come back to that one last. We're going to max out this left side. How many points do I need? Youthful Lungs increases your max stamina. You want this max. Moving around costs less stamina. Max. Don't care about sturdy ankles. Climb and vault more quickly. Nimble climber. But which one's more important? Climbing. When you're down, you crawl flat faster. I don't want that. Vaulting is no longer slowed down. Do I want to max out vaulting? No longer cost stamina? Let's you jump at the end of a vault. Now, I heard that dodge rolling, you only get 1 extra dodge roll. Let me see. I'm a bit skeptical about a couple of things here. I'm skeptical about how far into this tree I'm going. I heard that min-maxing it, if you do 3, the difference is so minuscule that it doesn't change between 3 and 5. I did hear that. I'm going to max this one out. Okay, I have 45 points to work with. So now we're going to go through this. I don't really want that one. This is tough. Definitely going here. I said I'm going to go for these 3, maxing. I probably could have done that differently. Min-max 1 there. I definitely want to go down this side. Definitely want to get that. Stubborn Mule, max this out. Actually, don't max this one out yet. Let's see what else I can get away with. Oh, I need to go through this side. That's okay. I can definitely do that. Okay, so I just burned 2 here to get broad shoulders. Definitely max out broad shoulders. I don't want Looter's Luck at all. I definitely want maxed out 3 deep breaths. Okay, I have 16 skill points left. I want to go. This looks really, really good. I almost have security breach again. I want to see what in this would I actually want here. Stamina regeneration is less affected by being over encumbered. When looting raider containers, what does a raider container even look like in the game? Weapon boxes, raider caches, grenade tubes. Raider caches and dead Raider. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough one. Okay, so I'm gonna go 3 here. I mean, I have to spend these points. I have 2 more points. So we go 1 each. Yeah, I don't want anything else here. I could actually do Looter's Instinct here. I could actually do Looter's Instinct. It's not a bad perk, to be honest with you. All loot revealed faster. I'm going to do that. Now, this is where it gets really good because I've min-maxed pretty well here. Now, I won't be able to get vaults on vaults on vaults. It requires so many points to unlock Security Breach. I need 1 more point here. I think is going to go towards Stubborn Mule. Now I have 10 points left. This is really good. This is really good because I've gotten majority of the things that are important out of the way. Majority of the things that I wanted are out of the way. I have Security Breach again. I have really great mobility already, and I have 10 skill points to work with. I think this is kind of where I went wrong last time with some of my skill points. I could go back to slip and slide here. I could do sprint, dodge, rolling maxed out. I don't really want either of these. Not very necessary. I mean, when you're crawling, you're dead. You're good as dead, bro. I don't really play the game that way. I'm really glad I got used to the weight maxed out. This is incredible. I didn't do this the first time around. I can't believe I did it. But now we're getting to the critical part. I've min-maxed really well here in my opinion. I could honestly burn another point into Stubborn Mule, or I could burn a point into sprint, dodge, rolling. But what's unfortunate is I absolutely cannot get vaulting costs no longer cost stamina. That to me does suck a little bit. Yeah, because I will only have 34 points in mobility. And honestly, it's not really worth getting anything else in mobility. There's not, I kind of really have these points to work with. I could go for fight or flight, which I didn't have before, which is nice. I could go there. That could be nice. That's going to cost me 2 points. 1 completely dead point, regain a fixed amount of stamina. I think that's a good one. I honestly think this is a good one. I honestly think this one is worth building towards. I'm going to be honest with you. If I had to choose between when hurt in combat, regain a fixed amount of stamina, crawling faster when I'm downed, dodge rolling further, or my stamina generation being less affected by being over encumbered, I'm going to choose gaining stamina at the most critical moment. I'm going to be honest with you. And then I'm going to choose sprint, dodge rolling. And then this doesn't even really come close, to be fair. So I'm actually gonna put 7 points back into this. I actually didn't realize you can max this one out. I thought this was just a 1-pointer. This changes things a lot. This actually changes things a lot. This is pretty important to build into, to be fair. I see 2 points here. I see maybe, the thing is slip and slide is fun, but it only really works downhill. If it were something like that I could use in combat that was kind of crazy, I might need it. I'm gonna be honest. How many points do I have? 8. I could put 2, that's 4, and then I could put 4 here, and that would be all of my points. Or I could put 1, 3. That would only be 7. I'm going to put, this is so hard. I think I need to sit on it for a second. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to build this one out though. Okay. Now I have 5 points to work with. I can put 3 here. I can actually get both of these to 4. And I feel like I wouldn't really be missing anything. Getting both of these to 80% seems pretty valid. This is how I'm going to do my skill tree. Boom! I think that's perfect. I actually think this is perfect.